friends. Put down your gadgets. Turn away from your computers. Get out your scissors, paper, and glue because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales!
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. Sometimes, when there were calm and peaceful days, our friends loved to just play a game of chess. But on this day, something went awry.
Excuse me, Amalia. Would you mind not singing so loud, please?
What's this performance in our yard?
Well, I'm afraid, my friend, that we wouldn't be able to guess the truth ourselves. So let's just ask Amalia what this paper talent show is all about.
She-bear Amalia told Ari and Knock that she had a cherished dream, to become a star. That's why she was always showing off her talents whenever and wherever she was. Well, that dream is definitely worth dreaming about.
Yep, a pretty good dream. But the way to it is a little wrong. Not paperful enough.
Then Amalia asked Knock and Ari to give her a clue on how to achieve her dream and how she could become a real star.
Oh dear, I'll have to think this through paperfully. Well, of course! It's as easy as a piece of paper.
Ari, what have you thought up? Come on, tell us!
I think to become a real star, you simply have to ask a real star for advice. They know the right answer for sure.
But how can we ask them? They're so high up!
That's right, Knock. So, our plan will be to craft a paper rocket that will fly her right to where the stars live.
Hooray! How to build a paper rocket. We'll need colored paper, scissors, and glue. Make a cone from one piece of colored paper and a pipe from another. Now, let's glue the two together. There it is. Now, cut a circle out of one of the pieces of paper and glue it on the rocket to make a window. There you go. Amazing. And now, cut the yellow paper into strips and curl them using a pencil. Glue the fire-like strips to the bottom of your rocket, and your rocket is ready for takeoff.
Goodbye, Amalia! I hope the stars give you good advice and help you make your dreams come true.
So long, Amalia! Hey! Look, Aristotle! Some constellation is incredibly bright tonight. What could it be?
Knock! This is not just a constellation. This is the Big Dipper. And look how incredibly lively it's shining.
Well, now it's the Great Bear Amalia constellation. So it must mean that the stars told her the way to become a real star.
How brilliant, Knock!
You know, Ari, if the stars were too many, the sky couldn't contain all of them.
This is exactly why I prefer staying down here, in Paperland, my friend.
Thus, Amalia's dream came true, and it got to shine in the sky. But Aristotle and Knock Knock chose to stay in the paper forest, where many wonderful adventures were waiting to unfold. Because all things in their own good time and in their own good place. See you next paper time.
Dear friends, put down your gadgets, turn away from your computers, get out your scissors, paper, and glue, because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales.
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. Once upon a time, on New Year's Eve, the friends were up to traveling to the other side of the earth, the dark paperland.
Knock, what a postcard idea it is to go see the new year in the faraway dark paperland.
Yup, Ari, a perfect idea. Just imagine, sea, sun, and sand.
And most importantly, no snow at all.
Exactly, not a trace of snow. New Year in the dark paperland is just unbelievable. Is it really possible, Ari?
Of course it is, Knock, because all wishes come true on New Year's Day.
So the friends went to the distant dark paperland to see the new year on a warm seashore far from snowfalls and blizzards. Down there in the dark paperland, their old acquaintance Mumba met them.
Happy New Year to you, Mumba.
I wish you, Mumba, a very happy new paper day.
Mumba did not understand what Aristotle and Knock Knock were talking about. Nobody in this land had a clue what New Year's Eve was and never celebrated it, since in the dark paperland, summer was year-round and winter never came.
What? You don't know what New Year's is?
This is the best holiday under the sun.
The most paperful holiday.
So the friends told Mumba about the New Year's tree, winter, snow, and how to make a snowman, playing snowball fights and going skiing, skating, and tobogganing.
And the most important is that on New Year's, all one's dearest wishes do come true.
Mumba got very upset because he had a dearest wish. But since New Year's Day never occurs in his motherland, his wish would never come true.
What should we do?
Don't be sad, Mumba. We're gonna put up a real New Year's Day right here in Dark Paperland. And so your wish will definitely come true.
Hooray! A real New Year's Day! But, Ari, there's nothing New Yearish around us. Not a thing!
Exactly, my friend. There isn't anything. So we'll make it all ourselves. Although, it will make us sweat, at least a little bit.
So the friends got down to work. They planned to put up a true New Year's Day because they didn't want their friend Mumba to feel down.
Okay, it looks pretty similar now.
Yes, Knock, it really does. But something is still missing here.
I got it, Ari. The snow is missing. We need some real snow here.
Of course, Knock. Snow consists of many small snowflakes. They are exactly what we need.
We'll need white, silver, and blue paper and scissors. Take a square piece of the paper, but don't make it too thick. Fold it into two like a triangle. Fold the obtained triangle the same way 3 more times. Now, cut out the various figures and patterns on each side of the triangle. Very good. Your snowflake is ready.
Now we have the real winter and the real New Year. Hooray! Happy New Year, Ari. Happy New Year, Mamba.
A true picture postcard New Year. Happy New Year, Mamba. Happy New Year, Knock.
Mumba's dearest wish was to see real snow, which he had never seen in the dark paperland. And this wish came true, because if you do it all paperfully, wishes come true anywhere on Earth. And whether this is the dark paperland or some other land, it makes no difference. See you next paper time.
Dear friends, put down your gadgets, turn away from your computers, get out your scissors, paper, and glue, because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales.
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. However paperful, the summer in Paper Forest can't last forever. It always gives way to the fall. This time, it was just as it used to be.
Look here, my friend. What do you see?
Well, I see that our calendar is twice as thin as it was, and on top of that, I see that the fall has come.
Look, Knock. What wonderful ripe apples we have in our garden. Time to reap the harvest.
Well, how didn't I think of that? Ari, that means that all winter we'll be enjoying apple compote, apple jelly, and apple pies. How paperful.
The friends picked up the baskets and darted outside at a moment's notice.
Hurry up, my friend. The quicker we collect them, the earlier we'll have the compote and all the stuff on our table.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Together, Ari and Knock quickly collected full baskets of apples and hurried home to cook up a whole pan of delicious apple compote.
Ari, either September has come too early this year, or the apples have been maturing for too long, but the compote is totally sour.
No, September's right on time. But we have collected some very strange apples, I think.
You see, all the apples were of the same color, and which of them were sour and which of them were sweet was not so easy to figure out.
Well, it seems absolutely clear, my friend, that a sweet apple looks almost identical to a sour one. There's really no difference at all.
But if the apples don't look different from the outside, maybe they're different on the inside?
On the inside?
Yes, Ari, from the inside. That means how they taste.
How paperful, Knock. I've come up with an invention. Let's hurry outside. Now, we're going to check each and every apple by testing it ourselves.
And we'll only take the sweetest ones. Oh, how paperful it is, Ari. Right.
Everyone was so diligently looking for sweet apples that they were all worn out, and no one was able to cook the compote afterwards.
Aristotle, I had no idea that reaping a harvest would be so much work.
We need an identifier of sweet apples, because up until now, we've just been wasting the harvest.
If it goes on like this, we're going to be left with no winter stock of apples.
Ah, what a sweet apple this is.
It seems like the worm knew that the apple would be sweet, so he crawled inside to relish it.
That's right, Knock. The worms always find sweet apples without fail. So, we'll ask him to help us this way.
Get a wide strip of colored paper, scissors, glue, and a piece of green paper. Cut 4 equally wide strips out of the colored paper. Glue them into pairs on the backside. Glue the other strips into a corner and fold them as bellows. Cut out and glue on the eyes and a green leaf. Your worm is ready. Aristotle and Nock asked the worm to help them find sweet apples, because worms have this talent inherently.
Wow, Ari! Look how many apples we've managed to collect! No winter at all could make us scared with this stock!
Thanks to the worm's extraordinary talent, Aristotle and Knock Knock were enjoying the magnificent sweet apple compote for the entire winter, as well as apple pies and apple marmalade. And of course, they always treated the worm to them as well. Because if you help someone once, someone will help you someday too. This is the way things are in Paperland. But not only there. See you next paper time.
Dear friends, put down your gadgets, turn away from your computers, get out your scissors, paper, and glue, because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales.
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. One day, when our friends were sitting there enjoying a lovely ink tea, a super heavy rain began to pour all of a sudden.
Ah! What should we do? Our paper clothes are drying outdoors!
Aristotle and Knock Knock hurried to save their clothes from the rain, and did so just in time.
We gotta shut the door, Ari! Quick!
Knock, are you really that afraid of thunder?
No, Ari, but some stranger could get into our house.
But Knock, strangers don't rove around getting into someone else's house when it's raining so heavy.
Ah, he's already here!
Who?
The stranger! These are his tracks!
Traces indeed. They lead from the outside. Hello, valued stranger. Where are you?
He's hiding from us!
Well, the traces lead right to the closet. Maybe he's hiding in the closet. Aha! I gotcha!
We're gonna track you down, stranger! Here you are, stranger! No, not here. Come on out right now! Oh, not here either. Where are you hiding?
Look, Knock. There's a lot more traces now.
Uh-oh!
The traces are getting more and more, but we can't find the stranger anywhere. What's it supposed to mean?
Ari, it means this is an invisible creature, or a seeing creature. Either way, come on out right now. We're gonna find you. Invisible creature, where are you?
Well, Knock, maybe he's already gone.
Right, Ari. He's gone through the window, and he's hiding outside. Stop! You can't get away from me! Hooray! Invisible being, where are you? Where are you hiding? Hey!
It's worth knowing that paper woodpeckers absolutely can't fly with their wings soaked. Every wing beat takes them closer and closer to the ground.
Who's there?
It's me, Knock!
Come in, my friend.
Ari, I didn't catch the invisible. I don't know where he's gone. It's so unpaperful.
I'll have to think this over in a paperful way.
Maybe you know already that whenever Aristotle pondered on a problem, he always played his double bass.
Knock! I think I got it. There's no invisible being around here. These are actually our tracks.
But I don't understand why they're appearing today.
Because, Knock, it's raining outside today. And there's no doormat anywhere near our door.
Well, let's make one up as quick as we can.
Sure, Knock.
Hooray! How paperful!
So, let's take 2 colored pieces of paper and cut them into thin strips without getting all the way to the edge. That's it. Very good. Now, unfold one sheet crosswise and start braiding it into the other. That's right. The strip should be above and below, forming a checkerboard. Amazing!
Our doormat is finally ready.
Great! Now wiping my feet before coming in is one of my favorite things.
It's mine too, Knock.
In this way, our story folded up in a very paperful way. And it goes without saying, from then on, the Invisible Man didn't call into the friend's house. Needless to say, see you next paper time.
Dear friends, put down your gadgets, turn away from your computers, get out your scissors, paper, and glue, because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales.
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. One fine picture postcard morning, the friends were enjoying their usual morning exercises.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, now let's move to the marching spot.
1, 2, 3. Ari, hey! Could you not stamp your feet so hard?
Okay, Knock.
Oh, sorry, stop stamping right now. The earth is shaking.
But I'm not, Knock.
Well, then why is the earth shaking?
Knock, I think this is an earthquake.
An earthquake? But, Ari, where do they come from?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Meanwhile, their old acquaintance Southwest Wind was blowing past their house. He said that far, far away, behind the paper river, the earth was shaking much worse.
Well, we're going to head past the paper river because we've got to find out where these awful earthquakes come from.
Hooray! A paperific idea! Go ahead, wide open to the earthquakes! Ari, but what if this is really like someone else stamping? Like an enormous giant? Who stamps their enormous feet? What would we do then?
Giants are very well-mannered beings. We'll just ask them to stop.
But what if they won't listen to us?
Then we'll just say, please.
Please!
Knock, we have reinforcements.
Kay the Jay was very thankful that Aristotle had saved her nestlings. And she related to the friends that over there behind the paper mountains, the earth was shaking even worse.
Okay, let's go then towards the paper mountains.
It looks like the Earth just ends here.
Are you sure, Knock? Maybe it starts from here.
Ari, hold on! Ari!
Thus, Ari fell down into the abyss. But luckily, his friends knew how to fly.
Paperful! Where are we?
Perhaps beyond the Earth's edge.
This is not paper.
Ari, watch out! It's another earthquake!
This is odd, 'cause it sounds like an earthquake, but we can't see it. I need to think it over paperfully. I got it! It seems like earthquakes are made by this big column. If the column doesn't rise and fall, then it seems like there would be no earthquakes.
How paperful!
Take a piece of paper and cut it into strips, like this. Now, glue the strips into one long strip. Very good. Now, fold this long strip into bellows and shove it under the foot of a table that's shaking. And you're ready.
Now our table has all 4 feet on the floor, and no earthquakes can happen. Let's see if it works. All is ready. Now we have to get out of here somehow.
Heave! Ho! Heave! Ho!
Be careful!
Heave!
The animals and birds burst out thanking our heroes, for they had saved the world from earthquakes. Though, to us, it could look as if they had just put a piece of paper under the foot of a shaking table. But believe me, for the Paperland inhabitants, it was 100% an adventure. See you next paper time.
Dear friends, put down your gadgets, turn away from your computers, get out your scissors, paper, and glue, because it's time for a paper adventure. All right!
Aristotle, knock knock, paper tales.
In one particularly papery land, there lived a moose named Aristotle and a woodpecker named Knock Knock. Once upon a time, our friends made up their mind to set a world record in sailing.
Well, we'll finish our journey in 3 days,
I hope we will.
thus setting a new world record.
Well, we'll try to...
We'll be champions!
Well, I definitely can't eliminate such a possibility.
Let's go!
The inhabitants of the paper surroundings gathered on the shore to say goodbye to the desperados.
Raise the anchor! Cast off! Full speed!
So the first day of the journey began.
Knock! 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 The storm is on the starboard side! Phew! I guess we're saved. Drop the anchor.
But Ari, there is no anchor.
What is there then? This is not paperful. Ah! Ah!
The second day of the journey began.
Well, my friend, I've got some good news for you. It seems like if we keep steering this course, the odds are that we will set a record.
Shh! I gotta bite!
What's happening?
It was the third day of traveling, and though all that was left of the ship was a small sail and board, Nock had no doubt that victory was in their pocket.
Land in view! We're a whisker from the target!
Well, we're right on time. I just pray that the wind keeps blowing.
It was a couple of yards before the finish line, when suddenly the wind failed.
Oh no! This is no good! Why did we stop?
The wind said goodbye.
What is it? How can that be? Oh no! We must make the new world record! We have to set this paper-fying record! Ari, please, come on! Think of something paperful, quick!
I got it! We'll make the wind ourselves. To do it, you just need a common, ordinary fan.
This one's very easy to make. Just take a piece of paper and fold it into bellows. That's it. Tie a ribbon in a knot from the bottom. Your fan is ready. Ari's idea worked perfectly. In a few seconds, the friends moored ashore. The record was set. So this story paperfully ended. See you next paper time.